Alright, what's up, chat? Welcome to another day of the major. So, we got a few games left here in our round two before we will officially head to our quarterfinals. And then once we get to the quarterfinals, we're gonna have a little bit more interesting shit on the daily. So with two games left, who's gonna walk in? Obviously, these two teams will be playing later today. Let's take a look at the updated bracket on screen. So, if you do look here, the Heroes Demons, obviously, they will be playing as our third match of the day. And our fourth match will be the Hunters vs. Hawks. Later tonight at about 10 o'clock, we'll be having the winner of this series, Thunder and the Ninjas, play the Denver Killers. And the winner of the next series, the Ghosts vs. Sonics, will be playing the Orlando Kings at 10:30, which will end off tonight. And therefore, tomorrow we'll be able to walk in for Championship Saturday. So with a lot of games on tap today, not as many as before, but, with 4 games left in the quarters and 2 additional games, we might actually have a good opportunity to lock it in. So let's get ready to go, and let's break this series down. LA, obviously, they're the 5th seed. This is the first time we'll be seeing them play this tournament. Will they be able to upset the Ninjas though? The Ninjas did come off a Game 5 versus the Sharks, and something very respectable, right? Like if we look at their series, I mean, yeah, this is their best, but we'll see here what can happen, and maybe, just maybe, it can be a good Thunder Ninja win here, but I wouldn't really rely on it. But personally, if we want to stay on schedule, but I mean, considering we don't have to be ready till 6, so that's at 4, so 4, 4:30, 4 to 4:30, 4:30 to 5, 5 to 5:30, 5:30. So that's 4 series. So you get 2 of these done, 2 quarterfinals done, and then tonight we'll end it off with 2 more quarterfinals. So, predictions. Who do I have winning this series and moving on to the next rounds? I have the Los Angeles Thunder, right? The winner of this plays the Denver Killers. And then the winner of that will play the winner of the Heroes and Demons, which is our third series of the day, which should be coming up about 5:30. Or, excuse me, at 5 o'clock. But with that, we're going to hop into the match here, because the sooner we get this done, the more time we'll have to spare. And the more time we have to spare, we may or may not have time for more matches today. I mean, originally today, we were only supposed to do these 2 round 2 games. But, obviously, as we do have some more time on the clock, we have some more time to work with. And a good demo off the bat, and ladies and gentlemen, we're underway from Manfield to kick off Game 1 of this Round 2 matchup. Los Angeles versus Washington. A prominent city from the West Coast. A prominent city from the East Coast. The nation's capital versus the Western capital. Here we go. I mean, Los Angeles, one of the busiest cities in America. Washington, D.C., on the other hand, the capital of America. These two sides are going to clash tonight in a fiery battle, and we'll see. Looking for the one-timer, but cannot connect. But keep in mind, winner of this will be taking on the Denver Killers tonight at like 10. So here we go. A good one will pop up into the bench, and that's just going to be set down. And chat, I need everyone to put in your predictions. Who do you think is going to move on to Championship Saturday? That's going to be fun. There's about going to collide here. We're about a minute and 30 seconds in with no goal action yet. But maybe Los Angeles, who's on the attack, can strike first. I mean, that Los Angeles Thunder, they haven't been performing up to recent expectations. I mean, last season they were one of the worst teams, but this season they've turned out to be as squeaky as can be as we're just colliding through. Let's take a look at their records. But a good shot on net, and Washington will have the first goal of the series. Anyways, let's take a look here at how Washington did. Or excuse me, LA. LA and Oakland had the same record at 5-3. So is it the best? No, but it's really good. I'd say both teams have had improvement since the last major, or since last year. I mean, considering you have to take into consideration what happened in the previous split, we'll call it the preseason split. LA was actually one of the best teams in the preseason split. And now 2-0, and Washington have a good lead. But anyways, so Washington, they were all right as well. I mean, if we look at Washington's record, they had to fight through some stuff, but they went 4-4 overall. So Los Angeles is definitely better. But we have 2 good on-series taps later. We have the Hunters and Hawks. It will be a rematch. So it will be a rematch of the Western Finals from last major. I mean, the Western Finals was the Hawks versus Hunters. Hawks took that one in 6, but, I mean, overall, this is just only a quarterfinal matchup, best of 5, so, but LA will finally get on the board, but 2-1, 3 minutes left to go, but considering that the Hunters and Hawks, they were the teams that faced off in the Western Finals. Hawks went on to win 4-2, but unfortunately they fell just short to the Orlando Kings in the finals. If we're looking at the Orlando Kings here, they are on the same side of the bracket as this dangerous Hunters and Hawks. So one of these teams will have to be victorious if they want to make it to the championship for the grand final of this major. But to be fair, I don't know who will do it, but we'll see. Maybe if something good for LA can come, but Washington going to be on the outside, and now Washington might have a little bit of room to make an operation. But with we're reaching our halfway point of Game 1, as now we're going to be settling down, and now it's just going to be a determination who makes the next mistake. But well, let's keep recapping here. I mean, the winner of this, right? The winner of this plays the Killers, right? That's the most important thing. And then the winner of that will obviously advance to the semifinals on the eastern side of the bracket, or the western side of the bracket, excuse me. Same thing with the Heroes and Demons. The winner of that will move on to the they will move on. All the winners of today's games will move on to tomorrow. The losers of today's games will unfortunately be going home. The expectation for the game is the winner of this game and the winner of the Sonics and Ghosts game will be playing twice today. So obviously the winning team will be playing this game and then they'll be playing again. So the team that wins here will have to play another series overall after this later tonight. So they might have a little bit of time to get on the drawing board. So that's the very specialty about these guys, is they're going to have at least another 5 hours of prep time before the next series, because they will not be playing until 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll see. With about a minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, we do have a tied ball game. The shot going to be off, and it will be in. And Washington regain their precious lead back. And with about a minute left, I mean, anything is possible. But what 4 teams will be making Championship Sunday? Let me recap all the teams that are still in the major. And now a 4-2 in Washington. But anyways, let's recap all the teams that are still in this major before we see who will be making it on to Championship Saturday and be the Final Four. And now a 5-2 lead for Washington. Washington is definitely not stepping off the gas here, but let's take a look here. You have the number 1 seeded Boston Heroes, the number 2 seeded Chicago Hunters, the number 7 Oakland Hawks, the number 3 Orlando Kings, the number 6 Atlanta Ghosts, number 11 Dallas Sonics, number 13 Denver Killers, and then you obviously have the 12 Ninjas and the 5 Thunder left. And then you also have, 11 Sonics and 6 Ghosts, so I don't know how many, I gotta count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 10 teams remain, but only 2 spots will be available left in the quarterfinals. And a good shot, and LA finally getting another goal back on the board here, 5-3 with about a minute and 8 seconds. And if LA need this comeback here in this opening Game 1, they are going to need something. They're going to need... So we'll see if LA can get back on the board here. And now with LA going to be winning the kickoff, they might actually have a decent chance. But with Washington's strong defense, like just a barrier, they're protecting their nation's capital. But, considering LA's had a lot of gang violence, and now this LA Thunder, they're looking to strike down the Wraith on the nation's capital. And the Washington Ninjas want to make sure that the nation's capital does not get threatened at all. And, will the Ninjas be able to hang on to the nation's capital, defend it with their life? Or will the LA Thunder strike down Fury and absolutely obliterate the Pentagon? Because in Washington, D.C., there's the Pentagon, right? In Washington, D.C., there's the Pentagon. In Los Angeles, there's gangs. So will the Los Angeles Thunder be able to strike down the Pentagon, or will, the Ninjas be able to hold down the fortress? But, with the White House being in jeopardy, I mean, it is a very possibility, but in this game one. It will be coming to a close, and it will be a well-deserved victory for this Washington squad. So they do hold off the Wraith of the Thunder from the White House. So the White House is safe as of now, but with a 1-0 lead, they're going to need to at least go up 2-0 if they want to feel comfortable. But will the Thunder be able to at least somewhat make entry into the White House? We got to find out on Forbidden Temple. I mean, this is obviously a hell of a series, right? You don't know where you're going to go wrong, and this is just something where you're looking to get into, right? You have to be making these plays offensively and defensively, and I honestly don't see how this is going to work out necessarily in the Thunder favor. I mean, they want to, like, obviously. They 5, 2, 3. Scores cancel. All right. And then we'll see. So we will see what happens, but as we get ready for Forbidden Temple, we will see if the nation's capital will still be threatened by this thundering force, or again, will the Ninjas be able to hold off the big Wraith of the Thunder? But going up 2-0 in any series is that. But the second the Thunder lose, then my prediction for the Final Four is automatically wrong. Because my Final Four was Boston, LA, Oakland, and Atlanta. So it had the Heroes, the Ghosts, the Thunder, and the Hawks. And already 15 seconds in, and they strike first once again. It's a field day out here for this team of offense. I mean, you're just trying to prevail offensively and defensively, but you can't find your footing, and the nation's capital will once again be threatened. So we'll see here if Washington can keep their foot on the gas here, or will the Thunder be able to strike back fast and quickly respond? But a post shot, and that will be a goal, and Washington up 2-0 once again. Same scenario. Same shit, different day, just the same scenario as the last game. Went up 2-0, then they fell down 2 goals, and then they put their foot back on the gas here. So 30 seconds in, it's feeling like a pretty comfortable lead for this Washington side. And will they be able to make one of the biggest upsets here? Will they be able to maybe have a bracket run? But we'll see. I mean, keep in mind, we will be having a bracket reset in the championship, so you don't only have to win one team, but how the bracket reset will work is the team from the eastern side. So we'll see. If the team in the east wins one series, they're going to have to win 2 best of 7s, but, you know, we'll figure that out later on Championship Saturday, but an opportunity for the one-timer shot, and it's going to be scored after a little bit of motion from the LA offense, so you know, finally, Los Angeles is getting another goal, but again, as I said, it may be the same result, same shit, different day, right? 2-0 go Washington, and then, you know, they fall 2 goals, and then they put their foot back on the gas, so, you know, 2-1 now, and we'll see if Los Angeles will be able to make use of this, and it's looking like it, but, you know, after miscommunication, and we'll see if there's a save, and it will, barely be saved. I thought it was about to be in, but lucky there was a few ninjas there just to defuse the situation, and, as the ball's going to be popped up in front of the net once again. A bump going to come in, and maybe, but no, the defense going to come in. The bump actually going to help out. So the LA bump turned out to not even work, but again, another save. And Washington is keeping the White House protected at all costs. It is a stone wall, and again, another shot going to be saved. And LA cannot find anything on this offensive attack because they're still going to be in the offensive zone. They just can't find anything. And a corner shot, and a goal finally, 2-2. As now we finally have a tied game in regulation once again, but if we look at game 1 on Man Field, it went 2-2, and then Washington scored 3 unanswered goals. So we'll see if the same result will happen, or will LA finally have a series win in their book. This is the first time we will be seeing them playing at this major. I mean, considering, what was I going to say? The Ninjas kind of had their own run. They beat the Sharks, and then now here they are. So if they can beat the Thunder, this would be a massive upset for them. But unfortunately, my bracket and Will's bracket would be wrong. But, hopefully something would be good. An opportunity, and they will score. And LA has their first lead ever of the series, 3-2. I mean, hey, that was just a beautiful play. Offensively, you got the fake, you won the 50, and then you jumped and landed on top of the ball just to finish it in. I mean, that was a good job finishing, and that was just beautiful. So, as the clock hits 4:04, we are in game 2, and we'll see if Washington can get back on track here. But with a good, powerful long shot and a good, easy save, Maybe this, oh, and another save again, leaving the net completely exposed, but luckily a Ninja gets back there for the 50. And with 2, as we're about halfway through this game too, I mean, it's looking pretty solid for the LA team. But LA, oh, they're gonna have a bad miss, but luckily they're able to regain, get back. But the pop-up gonna be in favor of Washington. Just it's gonna be hit in a different direction. So, you know, luckily for them, the Pentagon will not be threatened, but the White House may or may not be threatened. I mean, the Lincoln Memorial will definitely be threatened and struck down by this LA team, but, you know, the Thunder just trying to cause as much mayhem as possible for this Washington team. They don't want them to get anything. But a shot, and again a deflection, and the long shot, looking again, and another deflection. 3 back-to-back saves for this LA team, and this is just save city. Now good opportunity offensively. Now a good shot back, and it will be another goal. And Washington will tie it at 3 apiece. And this is just very, very unfortunate. So we'll see here as the ball's going to corral into the midfield to the neutral zone. But LA will have a win. Trying to find the pass, but incomplete. Just they couldn't get the pass. But the ball going to be quickly corralled back to the corner. And now LA might have a little bit of room to work here, but the bomb's going to come in, and I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to set up. I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to set up Las Vegas. Oh, my. And they're going to barely just redirect off the post, but it will be clear center, but luckily for them, they will be able to get out of the zone. Well, very luckily, they can get out of the frontier and get out of the danger zone, but another demo from LA, and now LA wants to keep up this offensive path, but they're just not able to strike through. They just cannot find the finishing needle. I mean, that's all I can say. And the good powerful long shot going to be absolutely belted. I mean, the 50 could be cleared. And oh my, this might be a 3-0. Trying to play some defense. And it will be, as the half whip will save their ass. But with a minute left to go here, will Utopia Coliseum be forced by this LA squad, or will it be shut down? And with a wide open net after a miscommunication, Washington will regain their lead with 50 seconds left to spare. So now all they got to do is hold off the Wraith of the Thunder, make sure they cannot strike down, or else will this be something bad? We'll see here. I mean, will LA be able to get back on track, or will they be down 2-0 and require the reverse sweep? There's only been one reverse sweep this tournament, and that was by the St. Louis Demons versus the Tennessee Renegades. They wanted to play in this tournament. They wanted to play. And now we have a tied game at 4-4, but the Renegades, they went up 2-0. And unfortunately for them, they cannot strike back as the St. Louis Demons, they made the reverse sweep, forced it on Champions Field, won in overtime. What a story. And now they will be playing the Boston Heroes later today for our third game of the match. Or excuse me, our third match of the day. But that's going to be very impressive. If they beat the #1 Heroes, they will be off to the semifinals. And they will have an opportunity to play for the cup, but until then, we'll see. Trying to find some defensive saves, and barely going to redirect off the backboard. Maybe saving their chance, and the good clear going to go back down the other way, but with nobody there and a wide open net to work with. And Washington will take the lead with 20 seconds, 5-4. Now, this is just a vigorous attempt defensively. You don't even try defensively. You just let the ball roll right in. I don't know if this is some sort of strategy that you're trying. You're going to let them get the upper hand and then strike back, but I feel like the only way to do that is if you're up by 1, you let them have it and get the ball back. But another miscommunication, but we'll see. And now the 50 going to be 1 for the side of LA, but the good clear going to be by Washington. So with 10 seconds, they will be rejoiced up by 1. Now an opportunity to go up by 2, but you're going to need something massive here, but that should not come, and that will not come whatsoever. So 5-4 going to be your final score for game number 2. And now Washington have a heavy opportunity to close it out on DFH. Every single game we've seen have been closed out on DFH. Or YouTube, no, actually, most games have been closed out in Utopia Coliseum. So will that be the case? Will we see a Champions Field? Or will DFH be the only thing that LA will end up seeing here tonight? We will see right here, coming up next on RRLS Network. So as we're booting right into this game, will I see LA seeing Utopia Coliseum? Yeah. I see them personally winning this game. They're going to go to Utopia Coliseum. They're going to win in overtime. And then, unfortunately, Washington will close it out in Game 5. They will unfortunately close it out in Game 5. But, nonetheless, I'll say that, they'll win in overtime. They'll win this game. They'll win in overtime on Game 4, and then they'll just unfortunately get absolutely demolished in Game 5 on Champions Field. But, they'll be so close yet so far. But get 50, and it's going to belt to the midfield, and there's already going to be a waiting Thunder ready to go. But as the ball going to crawl back to the corner, another opportunity with a pass. Now we're going back to the mid and trying to 50 it and trying to do everything himself 30 seconds in. And LA again going to be on the offensive grasp here. But both games, the Washington Ninjas have gone up 2-0. But will the result change? And oh my, almost an LA goal. So lucky for Washington, the goal will not be converted. But with the pass to the midfield, just going to be waiting. The 50 will slightly be won for the side of LA. And we'll see if LA can get the job done. But considering everything taken, trying to find some motion in the offense. Or do they have a rip-off alpha boost? But anyway, that's besides the point. I don't know why they have some, there's no way. Oh, yeah. Oh, and a double demo! And they will trade out the demos, and that's going to be really good, but Washington's going to take use of the confusion, and they're going to try and go in their own offensive attack, but luckily there's a waiting for them to win the 50. Going to fake one out, and they only have one defender, but lucky for them to save will and do. And keep in mind, Washington is up 2-0 in the series. So the last thing they want here is anything. Keep in mind, tomorrow is Championship Saturday. Am I excited for Championship Saturday? Yeah. Do I really care about the rest? To be fair, I honestly don't care about anything else except for Championship Saturday. So I'm not even excited to do this. I don't want to be doing this right now. I'm just looking forward to Saturday. Saturday's fun. Because with the semifinals and the championship, that's probably the fun thing. The finals, obviously. We saw the Orlando Kings hoist the trophy for that, but we'll see. And the one-timer in the first goal comes in 2 minutes into game regulation, and now LA is finally finding some grasp on their thing. I don't know. Their backs are against the wall. The nail is almost in the coffin. They are trying to find the nails from the hardware store. But right now, it's currently looking like the Washington Ninjas are having a very hard time trying to find the nail. So they will have to go to a different hardware store. And they'll probably have to go to some, Shaw's section. Some section at Market Basket and find some rip-off nails for now to hold down the casket. But that should be an easy breakout for LA. And maybe we'll see if this Thunder team can strike back. But, with the fellow border hoppers on this team, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be the Wrath. But they are trying to supportly build the wall and try to protect the U.S. from the Mexicans. But the LA Thunder do not want that to happen. As fun fact, most of LA's population are actually Hispanics. 70% of the population that live in Los Angeles are actually from Mexico. Fun fact for Cinco de Mayo. Also, to any Mexican watching viewers, or anybody who celebrates Cinco de Mayo, happy Cinco de Mayo. As a fellow Mexican myself, Cinco de Mayo is my favorite part of the year, at least for the Mexican part of things. So for LA to be playing in this on Cinco de Mayo, that must be cool. I don't know if any of the players are Mexican. I don't really pay attention to that, because I don't ask people their ethnicity, but if they are Mexican, well then hopefully they will get a win for all the Mexicans out here. But we'll see. But yeah, most of the population in LA is Mexican, so we will see. And 2-0, and now LA is finally finding something. But yeah, Washington has talked to the Congress. They have talked to the Senate and obviously the President. They want to build the wall to protect everybody from all the Mexicans. But right now, LA is saying no. They want to keep in all their Mexican population. They want to keep the Mexicans in. And that's currently what LA is trying to do here, as they currently lead 2-0 with about 90 seconds left in game regulation. And with this Thunder team striking down, will these border hoppers be up next? Or will the Crackers take over? We'll see. I mean, obviously a good opportunity defensively, a good bump going to come in, but as I said, with now 90 seconds exactly on the clock, it's still 2-0, but can Washington get... Oh, it's going to be centered, and the one-timer going to connect for Washington. We have a 2-1 ball game. And now Washington may officially be... They may officially be building a wall now, but we'll see if the Congress will have an off-vote, and we will see Utopia Coliseum as the off-vote will be in progress. But, considering everything considered the following, then maybe it could be something good, but we are going to be playing a platform in the middle of the city, so that's good. A shot going to go just wide of the post, and that goal would have put down the game, put the nail in the coffin, and all the Mexicans would have been going to the taco place, and they do score. LA up 3-1. And now, as they are going to be chanting with a mariachi band, they probably will be marching down to some Cinco de Mayo place after this, but we'll see if they will get some Mexican food or have any sort of Mexican drinks with them, because they are going to need it. So put on your sombreros, chat, and buckle in, because LA is going to need all the support here as they are up 3-1 with a minute left in this game 3. I mean, hey, they do be rocking them sombreros. I think some... Oh, but hell, hold your horses. And with a minute left, Washington will strike back, but I'm pretty sure one of the players actually has a sombrero on their car as like a cool decal thing. Or no, excuse me, they have it as a cool topper. They do have a sombrero on, so I guess they must be celebrating Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo, but... Próximos mías! Let's go, chat! Vamos! But we'll see. Sorry for my very, very butchered Spanish. I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but... Anyways, this might actually be a mistake, and it's 3-3 with 45 seconds. And now Washington, they've come back from being down 2. They are looking to close it out here. They are looking to shut down the Cinco de Mayo celebrations, but we'll see. Will LA have a little bit of gas? Will they be able to eat a taco and regain some energy? Or Washington just destroy all the taco places that there will lie in this worthless LA? And the shot gonna go just up, but it will be a goal for Washington! And oh my, Washington scores within 3 seconds of the kickoff. And that is very unfortunate. And I think the mariachi band better be getting sent home, because this is over. And with 30 seconds left, Mexico, I mean, Los Angeles is going to need something big here, but one more goal should be the nail in the coffin, but ball's going to be cleared back 30 seconds. Can everybody find the tying goal? They will be going up defensively, and now trying to find some plays is now Los Angeles. They have 20 seconds, and they're looking to score. And oh my, it's going to be popped up in front of the net. This is bad. This is bad. Oh my! And 15 seconds from the 3-0. Can Washington shut it down? But the pinch is going to be too much. And with 10 seconds left to go, will Washington shut it up? Oh my, the ball going to be popped up in front of the net, looking to score with maybe a few seconds, and 4 seconds left to go. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And that will do it. Washington with a clean 3-0. And Los Angeles will be getting eliminated, and you will not see them until next weekend. And what a very unfortunate performance. I mean, so much shit just happened, and we have a little bit of time until our next series. But, you know, obviously, the sooner we go, the more time. So, with a Los Angeles win, we'll be back at 4:30 for our next series here. But, you know, we have 2 series tonight, and 2 series today, or 3 series, or 4 series today. 2 series tonight. So, Queen 3-0 for Washington. They're looking to move on, and we'll see if the Ninjas will be able to move on here. So the Ninjas will move on. And ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the next series on tap to end off our round 2 will be the Dallas Sonics and Atlanta Ghosts. And then after that, we will have the number 1 seed Boston Heroes and the number 24 seed St. Louis Demons. Will Boston be able to get out of a massive jam here? Will they be able to find a goal here? Will they be able to win and actually beat the 24th seed? Or will they unfortunately crumble to the 24th seed for the second major in a row? Find out next here on RRLS Network. Well, here we go. 15 minutes later, game 2 just about to be underway. And, yeah, I forgot to edit this bracket, but the Ninjas will be moving on, so. Up next, we have the Sonics and the Ghosts and the Reds, Sonics and the Blue. Winner of this will be taking on the Orlando Kings tonight at 10:30. They will be our final game of the evening, and only one winner will be unfortunately going home. Excuse me, one person will be going home, and one team will be moving on to Championship Saturday. I mean, this has been a long major. Apologize for the day breaks, but I hope it's going well so far. We will be returning in full force on Wednesday, or excuse me, on Thursday night, because on Thursday night Rocket League we will be having some epic action. We will be having another showdown between one of the best divisions. We'll be having, not really a division, but we will be having Chicago Hunters, Boston Heroes, #1 seed at this major versus the #2 seed at this major. That's going to be fun on Thursday night primetime, so walk it in while you can, but we'll see if one of those people can walk in victorious. 1-0 leads is Dallas. Dallas, the only team from Texas here, but we'll see. They're the only team really from the South regions, so the only other team that would be closer is the Arizona Rebels, but unfortunately they got knocked out by the Hunters. So the technical home team of this tournament will unfortunately be going home already. So, another team that probably would be rooted for was LA, but unfortunately they were out. So the other team that would probably have to be good for is either Dallas or would have to be Oakland. It's going to be the Oakland Hawks that are still in, or the Dallas Sonics that are trying to make tonight's game. As I said, the winner will be playing the Kings later tonight. The loser will be going home. So we'll see. Will this team win just to go home tonight, or will they win and win a double series? But obviously the Orlando Kings are the defending major champion. The last thing they want is to go home. Will a team be able to upset the major champions, or will they be moving on to Sunday once again, or excuse me, to Saturday? And a good flick, and that might be in, but the Breezy going to go in, and a 2-0 lead for Dallas. So, I mean, if I had to choose my bets on the top 3 teams to win the major, I got Boston, Orlando, and Chicago. My phone just go off? I don't know. Nope. Besides the case, I hope this is a good major so far, and I really hope that one of us will win. I mean, Chicago, they're looking really good. Boston's looking really good out there. I mean, Dallas, yeah, they might have a chance, but, I think Orlando might have capabilities that at least make it to Saturday. I'm not sure if they'll completely win the whole thing, go back-to-back, but I think they might have a decent chance at making Saturday. Dallas, the chances that Dallas do, I mean, as I said, they're going to have to win versus Washington, or not Washington, versus Atlanta. And Atlanta actually were the runner-ups for the World Championship. They won a major, right? They won a major. They placed #1 in their division last season. And then they came out victorious in the technical playoffs. They made it to the finals of the Western side. They placed second to the Boston Heroes, who ultimately ended up winning. So we will see. Will Boston be able to maybe go to the final? Will Atlanta be able to take down the strong powerhouse of Dallas, beat the defending major champs, and make it to Saturday? We'll make it to Saturday. Or will something else come through? Will one of these teams going to fall? Will your runner-ups for the World Championship, for the second place in the Grand Championship, fall short at this major? Got the Range Rover. Anyway, so here we go, and we'll just see here if this offensive stride can come through, and we'll just see if this offense can pick up. I mean, obviously considering that Dallas are down by 2, and they struck back in full force, and now Atlanta got 2 goals, and now they're looking for a 3rd goal on their agenda, but they will not be able to find it, and it will fall short. But if I had to choose one team at each division, I have Boston moving on to the finals. And if I had to make a bold pick, I have Orlando going back-to-back. I think they'll make back-to-back playoff appearances, or, well, also they have back-to-back major appearances in the finals, and maybe they might have a championship win. Or they might win back-to-back. If they win back-to-back, that'd be something, but will Orlando be able to get the job done here and make it a Saturday? But as I said, considering they will be playing the winner of this game later tonight. And a good shot, and 3-2 Dallas. And Dallas is just striking the Heat. And we will see what's happening next. No. So we will see here in just a moment. We have 90 seconds to determine our Game 1 winner. Who will have the advantage? We will be heading into Forbidden Temple. Will it be a 3-0? Will Utopia Coliseum be forced on a long shot, top corner, and Dallas keeping the pressure up? You know, they're keeping up that offensive pressure. They're winning shots. They're hitting the balls. They're gargling those balls in the back of the net. And so we will see. And, well, I don't know. Will Dallas be able to strike back here? Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, man. So, obviously, as this team going to be striking back on the offensive side of the ball. Now, defensively, you might be able to make a pinch, but a good pinch! And oh my goodness gracious, can he get his own rebound? Oh, off the crossbar. That was something. He had the pinch. He almost had his own rebound. But, alright. And just like that, the Dallas Sonics take Game 1 in the books. They will have the advantage we had at Forbidden Temple. Will they be able to go 2-0? Will we just see a day full of 3-0s here? Anything can happen, but we'll see. We'll see on the offensive side of the ball, chat. Alright, well, we'll see. Alright. Well, here we go. Game 2, Dallas on the brink of going 2-0. Obviously, for Atlanta, they went really good in the season, and then they just made, you know, they were the runner-ups for the championship, for the grand championship, and then I guess they went really good. They went literal undefeated. They were the and a goal finally for Dallas, but in Atlanta they went undefeated in the preseason. All 7 weeks preseason, they went 7-0. Then briefly after that, you know what happened? Then unfortunately they fell just short, and on the major one split, they did not do how expectations wanted to. For Dallas, the Ghosts, well, they only made it to the quarterfinals of they only made it to quarterfinals last major, and their season performance just isn't living up to what it was. So after the preseason weeks, after the pre-weeks, it just went downhill. I mean, as I said, you don't want to make quarterfinals, and if you are on the side of Atlanta, you actually made it on to quarterfinals this time. Physically, like, you got the bye, but now you're just going to have to beat this strong Dallas offense and break through their defense if you even want to have a chance at moving on, which you probably will move on, but at this point, you haven't even made quarterfinals yet. You're only in round 2, so we'll see if they can move on. And still, even if you do move on to the quarterfinals, you will have to take on the defending major champions, the Orlando Kings, and then after that, you'll have to go through probably the number 2 seed. I mean, there might be an upset, but if you do somehow get through that strong Kings offense and defense, then you'll have to go through probably the number 2 seed, and then after that, probably the number 1 seed, but there's so much shit you'd have to go through. You'd have to literally go through 3 powerhouse teams from now if you want to even make it to the, like, even if you want to win the whole thing, you have to go through 3 powerhouse teams. So we'll see here if Atlanta can keep up this pace. Will they be able to tie it up? Will they be able to have a chance? Will they defeat Dallas? Dallas Woodruff was a first-round exit, so this is the time they're making the second round, and they have to think about what they're going to do here. Both these teams want to move on. This is probably, I'd say, the matchup of the day, okay? The reason I said this is the matchup of the day is it can go either way, but, I mean, until we know what's going to happen, we can't necessarily have a matchup of the day. But once we have all the quarterfinal games figured out, which we do after this, we'll have all the quarterfinals. Me and Pickle will choose a team for the quarterfinals, which we think will be the quarterfinal game of the day, and then we will elaborate on it. I honestly think if Atlanta wins this, and I'll have to say Atlanta versus the Orlando Kings will have to be the matchup of the day, the quarterfinal game of the day. But if Dallas wins, I'd have to move in favor of the Killers and Ninjas. That'd have to be my pick. But I mean, let's just recap. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a goal for the side of Dallas, but the Boston Heroes, again, major one. They didn't do as performed. They literally made it to quarterfinals, and then they got their asses kicked and handed to them by the 24 seed New York Liberty. New York Liberty are out. The 24 seed St. Louis Demons, on the other hand, they did the same thing. They got through the Psychos. They got through the Renegades with a reverse sweep, and then here they are, ready to take on this strong Boston offense in their final game of, like, this era thing. This series will be over by 5:36. Yeah, so then, you know, Boston will unfortunately probably not... Will Boston be able to win versus the 24 seed? They've had really unlucky, and we'll see. I mean, they haven't even played their... They did play their first game. They easily 3-1 Carolina. Carolina got sent packing, and, I mean, if you are on the side of Boston, you really have to hope that your game... And you really just have to make sure you don't get eliminated because, I mean, if in the quarterfinals you win, you're on tomorrow. You're playing here, you're playing tomorrow. Well, the Ninjas, they got through a strong LA offense, and now they will have to play later tonight versus the Denver Killers. So that will be a fun matchup, but as I said, with only 4 teams remaining here in the quarterfinals. And a long shot, and Dallas will take the lead halfway through. So now looking at our opportunity here, 2 minutes left on the clock. Atlanta is down by 1. They are looking to try and tie up this series, but going down 2-0 always really results in 3-0, but we'll see here. I mean, will this day be full of surprises? Can Atlanta keep on their strong offense? I mean, they're keeping up the strong offense. It's just Dallas's defense is just a brick wall, so we'll see here if this strong dominant offense can get past this strong dominant defense. So basically number 1 offense versus number 1 defense, and you just have to take into consideration what's going to happen on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you have to create a game plan, but the passing going to be out the middle, and the one-timer are going to be dead. We might have time for another series. If I get another shower and get ready quick enough, we might have time to do one more series, but we'll be dressed up in a suit, so it'll work out. But 4-2 Dallas, and with 90 seconds left on the game clock here, in game regulation, it's looking like Dallas will run away with this game too as well, and the Dallas Sonics will take it. And let's do some more of these correlations that I made, right? You have the battle of, I don't know what the battle was. What was the fucking battle in Texas? It was, the Alamo, Battle of the Alamo. It's basically the Battle of the Alamo right here. And Atlanta is trying to beat the, them. I mean, keep in mind, it is Cinco de Mayo. Like, it's Cinco de Mayo, chat, so we had to throw in some Cinco de Mayo references. And we do have a 1-goal game, but I'm trying to throw in as many Cinco de Mayo references as I can, anything that revolves around Mexicans or anything like that. But anyways, so, Battle of the Alamo here, you could say, as Texas is trying to win here. I mean, the Texans, technically, aka the Americans/Texans, did win, so, the Los Vaqueros, which means the Cowboys, technically did win, but, I mean, so the Dallas Sonics, we're going to be calling the Los Vaqueros today. So will the Los Vaqueros be able to move on? By the way, obviously, as I said, that means the Cowboys. So, let's say you said the Dallas Cowboys. You say Los Vaqueros, Dallas. But anyways, here we go. So with less than a minute, Atlanta is only down by 1, but a good clear, and they might actually go back to the back wall. But lucky for them, there already is a Sonic waiting to go here. Fun fact about the Sonics here: they are actually a fast food chain in around the South and during the Western Coast. So, you know, Sonic is, you know, pretty good fast food, and you don't really go in to sit. You kind of go to a little drive-thru area, you sit there, and then you wait for your food to be delivered. And the guy comes up to your car, and blah, blah, blah. Looking for the one-timer, but it's going to be saved and deflected. 30 seconds left on the clock. And can the Sonics, can the Los Vaqueros be able to make something here? But they have an open breakaway, and this might actually be a goal, and we'll see here. And it will be a goal in 5-3, and that will be the nail in the coffin in game 2. And if you are Atlanta, you are down 2-0 in the series. You will need to regain for this game 3, or will it be a clean 3-0 as we will head to our next game of the day. I mean, you do be having these good matches. It's just like you cannot connect, but I mean, all these games have been relatively close. They haven't been within 5 goals of each other, which has been most games. But this game is only within 1 goal, so we'll see. Oh, maybe this might actually make it 3 goals, and this will make it 3 goals. So now we're within 3 goals. So now we can technically consider it a blowout at this point. But here we go. Final kickoff of the game. And if you are on the side of Atlanta, how will you strike backwards? Is the ball going to hit the ground? That will be it. Dallas up 2-0. Will a reverse sweep be in the incoming? Or will it be a clean 3-0 from this Dallas team as they want to move on and take on the thirsty, awaiting, defending major champions, the Orlando Kings? Sorry for so many correlations, but it is what it is. So, as we welcome you to DFH Stadium, my name is Rui. Again, if we didn't cover the colors, because apparently too many people watch Dallas is in the blue, Atlanta's in the red. You should have got that from the game victory screen, but I guess, yeah. So here we go, chat. I should probably charge my phone for a little bit, because it's gonna like die, so I'll just write down. We have 2 more series. I'm gonna shower, and then we have 1 series. So, and then so hold on, ready? 1, 2, yeah. So it's a good shot gonna be off the wall, but it's gonna be off the post. Looking for the redirect, but that 50 gonna be 1. Oh my! The double tap gonna miss. That was a genius play defensively, but they're gonna dribble it out. But it is gonna be cleared, and with the clear, we're gonna collapse to the other side of the field. And this is the 8th time we've seen DFH in this series. I mean, DFH you'll see almost every single game. I mean, it will either be the last thing you see, or it will be a halftime kind of intermission. Oh, what a save! It was 3/4 away in the net, and Atlanta are here to play. I mean, I'm surprised Atlanta haven't taken their time out yet, but, I mean, whatever works. I guess they're saving it for a possible Game 5 situation, but no timeouts have been called since a while ago. Now they get clear, trying to knock it out of harm's way, and it will barely corral out of harm's way. They do not want anything here. The Dallas Sonics are trying to be like Sonic. They are trying to press their foot on the gas. They're trying to reach supersonic speeds. But the Atlanta Ghosts are just popping out of nowhere and trying to jump scare the shit out of this Dallas Sonics offense. But their defense is not doing any work scaring them. The other thing that's scaring them is that they've made the Grand Championship, and they've made 1 finals appearance. They've won a final. Well, they've won a Grand Champion. Well, no. They've won a Grand Final. They've made an appearance in another Grand Final, and they placed second at the World Championship. So that's how that went. So, but anyways, 1-0, and oh my goodness gracious. And Atlanta striking first. They are here to play. They want to win. They are hungry and thirsty. But unfortunately, if they win, they will have to go through the Orlando Kings in prime time tonight. And what team will go to bed tonight knowing that they have locked in a chance? Or what team will go home crying is all I'm gonna say. Like what team will go home like ready to celebrate? What other team will be eating tacos with their family members? But with 3 minutes left to go here in this game 3, and Atlanta are trying to stay out of the verge. I mean, they already are on the verge of elimination here. Their backs are against the wall. So, our first series of the day was a 3-0. Second series of the day could be a 3-0. And we'll see. We'll have to see what happens in this Boston series. Will Boston move on? That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Will Boston move on next versus the Demons? Or will they have the 24 seed curse, where they'll lose to the 24 seed for the second major in a row? I mean, there are 5 majors, I think, 4 to 5 majors. What now? 4, 8, 12 majors. There's 4 majors plus their playoffs. And a good corner shot, but it's going to be saved. And luckily for them, they will be able to escape the pressure, but the secondary shot going to be saved once again. And looking for your read-around, but only 2 minutes left to go. Dallas will be still trailing by 1, and Atlanta are here to play, but a good shot. Again, going to be collat to the corner, and now Dallas are going to have some sort of offensive break here. And with a wide-open net, it will be a tie game. Oh, it'll be off the post, but this should be the tied game. Oh, no, there will be a bump coming in, and it will be a tied game in 1. And Dallas only need 1 goal here to shut up the Atlanta team, and they will be moving on to the quarterfinals. What team will be moving on to the quarterfinals? What team will go home already? The first team to go home today was the LA Thunder, so we will no longer see them at this tournament. They got the bye that they needed, and then they just instantly got their booties crushed. Now, for the side of this Dallas team, they don't want the same thing to happen. Well, they've already had to fight through, and that will be a goal for Atlanta. And Atlanta Ghosts will strike first, but we forgot to change the color because their team colors should, yeah, their team colors are that. But anyways, yeah, but Atlanta just don't want to be the team again. Also, you know, they made the first round bye, and then they just get their asses whooped. So, you know, if you're on the side of Dallas, you'll kind of want to take that into consideration, and they're going to need to get clear, but the ball going to be missed. And now, with the ball shot going to go just to the left here, we will see off the crossbar, and this should be it, but we'll see. Oh my, and another shot going to read around off the crossbar, and now as the pressure keeping up offensively, we'll see what teams here can make the most out of everything. With about a minute left to go in this major, or in this game, can Orlando find what they need? Not Orlando, can Orlando find what they need here? Anyway, there's a minute left. Here they go on the offensive side of the ball, on the offensive break. Here we go, trying to pop it up midfield, trying to see if they can keep it on. And oh my, this might actually be, can Dallas get a goal here? 50 seconds left to go. But a good redirect, and another good redirect with the shot going to go. And still trying to find more, and we'll see what happens with a good clear. But the 50 going to be one here for the side of Atlanta. And no one's back defensively, and there will be a goal. And Atlanta will close the door on this game 3. So Utopia Coliseum will be forced. So Utopia Coliseum will be seen for the first time in the past 2 days. And Atlanta are doing what the Thunder could not do in the previous game and start the reverse sweep chain. If this is a reverse sweep, I'll probably actually kill myself because this is funny. Because no way in hell they get the reverse sweep just to move on and probably get their asses kicked by the defending major champions. That'd actually be funny though, low-key if that actually happened. And now another clear, and that might be another goal for Atlanta. And no, luckily for them, they will just barely get lucky. So do they have a chance to come back? No, I mean that'd just be a consolation goal at that point, but. I mean, with a good clear and a good ball, I mean, this is rolling right on target, and we'll see here. Oh, but a lucky save in 10 seconds. Utopia Coliseum up next. Will Dallas close it up there, or will Atlanta see Champions Field for the first time ever at this major? See this ball hits the ground, and yes. So here we go, Utopia Coliseum, and I'm my pillow fell out. And there already might be a kickoff goal for the side of Atlanta, but lucky for them, Atlanta will miss, but only by a fingertip. But this one will collateral in, and 1-0 in Atlanta, 10 seconds in. If you're Atlanta, this is the perfect start you want to see. You have a goal within the first 10 seconds. Your kickoff was set up perfectly. You made the rotation. You made sure the bump came in so nobody was in net. And then that was just what started that good play. Keep in mind, we do have 2 series left here on the main broadcast. And that will be Heroes, Demons, Hunters, Hawks. And we'll see here. One more spot left in the quarterfinals, and this game will determine who will move on to play the Orlando Kings. Will it be the Dallas Sonics on Utopia Coliseum? Or, and now a 2-0 lead, 30 seconds in. And this kind of reminds me of Tyler Bertuzzi, as he does make plays from the corner. I mean, he does make plays from corner of the ice, sets it up to the right side of the net, and then finishes with a slam. And that's something Tyler Bertuzzi is known for doing. So this is when offense can heavily relate to the side here. But what team will be moving on? What team will be going home? And we'll figure out here next. But with 30 seconds already in, 2 goals away, and maybe, just maybe, it will be a shutout. Anyways, I'm too tired to commentate right now, so I'm gonna go chill out for a little longer. But yeah, I can just watch this. It's pretty entertaining, man. I'll let Pickle commentate, I guess. So we'll see. gentlemen, return, and with a very, very important Game 5 on the line. This will determine who moves on and who goes home. Tomorrow we have all of our quarterfinal matches brought to you by Geico, but, you know, obviously next game we're not going to really commentate. It's just going to be kind of like just a go game. And then we have some games tonight. We got 2 games tonight and 2 games today. Well, yeah. So, yeah, maybe. There might be time for another one, but we'll see here. Game 5. Winner plays the Orlando Kings. The loser goes home. I'm looking forward to this, but I don't feel like commenting this, so yeah, winner. So here we go with about a minute left in game regulation. And Dallas is up 2-1 here in this game 5. Will Atlanta be able to find an equalizer? Or unfortunately, will Dallas move on and then send Atlanta home packing? So, very tedious moments. And this is going to be very, very nerve-wracking to the final few seconds. One more goal, this game under rest, but I don't think. And that should do it! And a goal for Dallas, and this should send them to the next round. What a game. Unless Atlanta can get lucky here and score 2 goals in that amount of time, it should be a well-deserved victory for this Dallas side. Almost the reverse sweep. Unless there's a goal right now and something else, we'll see what happens. The ball can be centered. It's a goal for Atlanta. They're down by 1 with 38 seconds left. One more goal to tie it and make it 3 apiece. Or can the Dallas defense hold on very strongly and make sure that no other goals are scored? Find out. Here we go. This is going to be very nerve-wracking. It looked like the game was over, but no. And Atlanta had other plans. The kickoff going to be one in favor of Atlanta. And here we go. We might actually have something good here, but the 50 going to be one here for the side of Atlanta. And that's going to be popped back to the right corner. Where's the close when you need him? The fake going to come out here, but you're going to need just a long shot. We need something. The 50 going to be fake. And the shot going to go wide. And now no one's back. But yes, there will be someone back. It's going to crowd the corner. And 20 seconds left to go here in game regulation. Can they score? And where's another ghost when you need him? And they will have a good shot on net, but it will be off the side. And with 10 seconds, can they find a 0-second goal? Right chance. And the pass going to be in the middle. And no one was there. And after a bump by the wrong team, and they keep it up somewhat. And now Dallas will win it in Game 5, and they will be playing the Orlando Kings later. And that is very unfortunate on the defensive side, but, I mean, not a lot you can do, and we will update our online bracket. So if you are paying attention to the online bracket, that will be updated. Huh? So now, chat, we have our official teams, our final 8 teams that are going to be left in the tournament. 4 will be moving on the championship Saturday. The other 4 will go home packing. Let's take a look here at these final 8 teams brought to you by the RRLS Network. So we're not going to go over the matchups. We're just going to go over the teams. We have the Heroes, the Demons, the Killers, Ninjas, Hunters, Hawks, and Kings and Sonics. Let's go over our 2 matchups. We're going to first start with the Heroes, Demons. Then we have the Hunters and the Hawks. Ninjas, and then the Kings and the Sonics. So I don't know, man. Series is going to be the Boston Heroes coming up versus the St. Louis Demons, and then if there's time, it will be Chicago Hunters and Oakland Hawks. But we'll see. If there's not time for that, then we'll do that later after I'm done showering and shit. So it's going to be able to be a fun series in chat. You better buckle your seatbelts. So real quick, get your predictions in chat, and we'll see here. So do hashtag BOS, all capitals, if you want Boston. And if you want St. Louis, do hashtag STL, all capitals. And we'll see here if the St. Louis Demons are going to strike back. And here we go. Manfield all about to get set up. I'm really looking forward to this match because this is probably going to be the matchup so far of the day. But here we go. Oh, shit. I did the wrong Manfield. Oops. Let's leave the match real quick. We'll fix the game map and we'll be all set. All right, here we go. I will not be commenting in the first game, but, Actually, yeah, I will. Okay, all right. Here we go. This is about to be one of the best series of the day here, and we'll see. We're just going to make sure that, not Manfield Stormy. We just need normal Manfield Night, and here we go. Best of 5, once again. The only rounds are best of 7 are the championship. The Eastern Championship, or the Eastern Western Final. The Grand Final, and obviously third place match. St. Louis in the red. Boston in the green. Boston looking to beat their curse of the 24 seed. And here we go. We're just underway from a nice day at Manfield. And Boston looking to score the first goal of the game, but... And will they? And Boston will score the first goal of the game. And lucky for them, they will be up 1-0 in the series. Will they go home? Or unfortunately, this is a strong Boston offense that I could see in the finals so far. They took it right off the kickoff here, and we'll see here. So obviously this is the quarterfinals. 2 in the East, 2 in the West. We're looking forward to this one, as tomorrow we will have our semifinals, finals, our third place match, and our trophy bearing here. So we're trying to figure out who will move on, but what a pinch off the wall, looking for his own rebound, and it will be a goal after his own rebound. And what a performance. What a beautiful play offensively, defensively. He just tried to make that in. 2-0 Boston, 20 seconds in. So keep in mind, we do have the Hunters Hawks up next, and then that will be it. That will be all she wrote, but if there is time, which there should be time, we will do this, but, we're trying to match it up for 6, so we probably will do this series. This will be the final series for now. We'll do whatever we need to do, and then when we return, we'll have our final series, Hunters and Hawks, and then we'll be having our 2 primetime games tonight. And the shot going to be directly off the post. And Boston just trying. Pickle. So, obviously, Boston trying to beat the curse. Their curse is that they always lose to the 24th seed. So, will Boston be able to make it out of this 24th seed? Will they see the lights of Saturday? Or, unfortunately, will they just be seeing great darkness as the demons will soon override Boston's soul? I mean, it's a demon versus a hero. What's better than that? A demon, a hero, the ultimate clash. Will the demons take over the hero's lifeless soul? Or will the heroes be the heroes of the day and say, no more demons for you? We'll figure out what happens as we're halfway through. Boston is up 2-1 as we're halfway through this Manfield game, and we'll see if maybe an offensive strike, and we'll see if a little fake. And a little fake will come out, but the defense will read it perfectly. And good opportunity there by Boston, just trying to see if they can see what they can work with, see if they can derail the train. And the fake going to come out, and the bump going to come in, but Boston going to luckily get with that bump, and they're going to make sure that the St. Louis offense is ruck out. But can Boston a shot? And it's in after a miss. And lucky for them, St. Louis will tie it. I don't even know what that was. Let's take a look at that. It was a good shot. I mean, it went through 1 defender. It went through 2 defenders. And that was all she wrote to that goal. And now we're exactly halfway through, 2 apiece. The next goal could very well be the game-winning goal, at least for this game 1. We'll see here. Yeah, but this will be the final series for now. And then I'll do whatever to get ready. And then we'll have... Oh, and it's 3-2. And St. Louis take the lead. And this has been it. This has been good. But anyways, but yeah, then we'll do the Hunters and Hawks, and that will be it. Only 2 minutes left to go here. But this series will very well be over at 5:40 probably. And I'm just looking forward to seeing who will be moving on. Will Boston be able to luckily move on? I mean, they won 3-1 against Carolina, but let's take a look at their recap. St. Louis 3-0'd Pittsburgh. Yes, you heard me right. They reverse sweep the Renegades. And here they are trying to take down the #1 seed. But the one-timer, oh, just short. And it's going to bounce off the post. And that could have been the equalizer, but unfortunately for them, that was not the equalizer. But now it's going to land just in the midfield. And that will be a shot on net, but it will be ripped across into the post once again. 90 seconds left, game action. Boston trailing by 1. And a good bumping play, but that will not be set up, but maybe it will be. Hold on, wait, hold your horses. That might be set up a good passing play. A good passing play, but it's going to be bounced off the post once again. And a lot of these shots are ringing off the post today. They're looking for the one-timer, and the one-timer will go off the post. And again, the secondary shot. Trying to get the redirect, and the shot going to be off the backboard this time. The shot going to be faked, going to be cleared down in the midfield. And now St. Louis might have an opportunity. Will Boston go home packing? But we'll see here. And now shot going to go just corral into the left corner. And can Boston make the finals here? Will they make the will they make the Western Finals? A good fake and a good play defensively, but we'll see. And that will be saved by a fingertip. And then we'll see here. 45 seconds. Boston still trailing. And a good pass upfield. Does they have enough boost to finish it? And we will have a tied game at 3 apiece with 30 seconds left in this game. And we'll see here if this team can be outstruck offensively or defensively. What team will make the mistake and let up a goal here in game regulation? Or will no team make a mistake and be picture perfect, as we will be possibly heading to an overtime here? And a shot that's in is the goal for St. Louis with 20 seconds left. And that could be the game-winning goal to this opening game 1. Can Boston find the equalizer? This is when you're going to need it right here, right now. And I can tell you if you're going down 1-0 in the series, and now the 50 might be won, and that should be a goal for real, but it's going to ring off the post. And it will be another goal for St. Louis, 5-3. And if you're Boston, you are letting up so bad. As I said, the winner of this will be moving on to Championship Saturday. Will it be like the last time? Will the 24th seed make it to the Championship Saturday/Sunday? And they'll be playing. I don't know who they'll be playing, but will they make it to the finals? I mean, guys, keep in mind, chat, go back to day 1. Go back to day 1 of the tournament last week. I said, quote unquote, the St. Louis Demons will make it to the finals. I didn't say they'd win, but I said they'd make it to the finals. And if they take down this Boston squad here, right now, and they win the next series, then they're going to the finals, and my prediction was right. So here we go. We're going to get ready to go to Game 2 here on Forbidden Temple. Boston trailing by 1 in the series, and this will be another big upset if Boston goes home. But, I mean, Boston, they're a very capable team of striking back, so will the Heroes be able to strike back, or will the Demons just be able to eat them from the inside out? And we'll see here. And a good save, almost like a kickoff goal for the side of St. Louis, but Boston just trying to play very passively. They do not want anything going over their heads. They do not want anything going back. And it's not going to be ringing off the post once again. And the posts are just so feisty today. And we'll see if St. Louis can get the train back on the tracks. And maybe a good 50 going to be one here. A good bump going to knock him out. And the one-timer going to be denied. And oh my. Boston is reading these one-timers like a Dr. Seuss book. Better yet, you're going to be reading like a cookbook, but, I mean, at the end of the day. And a good demo, and the demo and the shot going to ring out, and now it's going to be popped up for the net opportunity for St. Louis for the first goal of the series, but it will be a save once again for the side of Boston, and the 2 St. Louis players are going to be in the net here. It's going to be a good opportunity here for Boston to make a play, but, again, the 50 going to be one here for the side of St. Louis, and we'll see here. Oh, but the fake going to come out for the side of Boston, and that might actually give them some breathing room, but the offensive pressures are going to be kept up for the side of St. Louis, and we'll see here what they can do with it. Final series for now. Keep in mind the Hawks versus Hunters are up next, and will both the number 1 and 2 seeds be upset here. And 3-seed Orlando Kings here are looking to go to the finals once again. I mean, yeah, Kings weren't necessarily the better seed, and the one-timer going to connect, and Boston strike first. They're a perfect St. Louis defense. I mean, that was a beauty. It was a pass up, pass back, and then the one-timer was just read like a book as there was only one person in net. He didn't know where to defend, and it was sniped top right after faking the shot. And Beautiful play, beautiful execution. We'll see if St. Louis. And a demo from Boston going to come out, but St. Louis going to get so lucky. And we'll take a look here at where the Kings played. The Kings were number. Figure out what the Kings are. The Kings were number 5 seed last major, and now the Kings are number 3 seeds. They've improved. They went up 2 seeds throughout this split, and they tied with Orlando, or they tied with Atlanta. Atlanta did pretty solid, and a shot trying to make on the wide open net, and now the save coming in for Boston. And this is very impromptu, I'd say. I mean, whatever Boston's doing is very impromptu. They're just trying to make changes on the fly. They want to just quickly get out of this jam. And, I mean, they very certainly are going to go to this jam, especially being up 1-0. But a good power shot going to be cleared. And all you got to do is go for the demo. But, I mean, that's just going to be an excellent save. But just trying to find the shot once again. And shot will be a goal roller. But luckily there will be a demon there and waiting. But the bum's trying to come out here for the side of Boston. But it's going to be a wide open net. But now St. Louis on the offensive kill. And now the demo going to come out as well, setting up Boston pretty good offensively. They are going to have a demo. They are going to be chowing up the left side, and 50 going to be one here for the side of St. Louis. They will be setting up the offensive attack, and will Boston end up going home after a missed net, and it's a goal, and we have an equalizer, 1-1, or 1 apiece, with halfway through the game once again. Boston is looking to keep on this offensive pressure. They're looking to keep it up. They are pressurizing St. Louis so bad, where the only goal they could get was on the open net after everybody cleared out. So we'll see here. Can Boston keep out that offensive pressure, or will St. Louis strike back fast? But the goal going to be right in front of the net here, looking for the one-timer, but going back the other way, shot, trying to find the redirect, and the redirect cannot be found. You know, that's the beautiful play, just trying to redirect it past the goalie, but, I mean, not really a goalie in this, but a good pop-up going to be to the left side, and now it's going to be gone corralling to the Demons' left corner, and Demons need a must-need clear here. And they do get lucky with the clear, but now Boston's going to be keeping up that offense, and the 50 going to be struck back, and now Boston trying to find something, but it might be a bad tip. Now it's going to be going back to the Boston zone. So 2 minutes left to go in game time. Next goal, as I said, very well could be the game winner here. And if you're Boston, the last thing you want is to go down 2-0. You might as well use your timeout if you get down 2-0, because then you're in whatever's on the line here. So we'll see with about a minute 45. They're trying to find a bump and a good bumping play coming off the side of Boston, but they just can't convert. But now it's going to be tipped back. Will that be a goal? And the one-timer going to connect. It's a goal for Boston, and it's a parade inside of my city, yeah. And 2-1 with 90 seconds left on the clock. And will Boston be able to hold on to their lead? Like, come on, bro. You just got to strike back fast, and that's what Boston did with 50. Can still stay in the neutral zone. Now the Boston clear. Going to clear to the left corner. A minute 20 seconds left on the clock, and now it's going to clear out of the midfield. Boston, all they got to do is waste some time, and the bump going to come in for the side of St. Louis, and that might create some separation for St. Louis to make a play, but the Demons cannot just find anything here. As they're trying by 1, Boston, the Heroes, they're going to be up by 1 with about a minute left. Another good clear. All Boston got to do is just play the waiting game. They just got to get clears and just wait for them, St. Louis. But Boston, I guess they're keeping up the offensive pressure here. That's a pretty dumb idea, in my opinion, but looking for the one-timer. And the one-timer cannot connect. And with 1 minute left on the clock, exactly, Boston is looking to, I guess they should just waste clock. They should just play the defensive game. And now looking for the one-timer. And Boston, one-timer! And that's a goal, and that should be a wrap to game 2. 3-1. Probably will not be your final score, but, I mean, Boston, they're up by 2 now, so they kind of have a little bit of setting good to go. We'll see here. And they will equalize it out as we go to DFH. And Boston did force the Utopia Coliseum, so good for them. And we'll see here what will happen on this DFH stadium. So who will get the advantage going to Utopia? and Boston go up 2-0 in a very, very powerful series. And they are on match point on Utopia. For the other side of St. Louis, their backs are against the wall, and a win here is must needed. And 2-1 in St. Louis might have just forced the game 5. And we'll see. Can Boston find the equalizer with 30 seconds left to spare? But one more goal for the side of St. Louis. That should put down the game the rest. But with one goal for Boston, we will have a tied game. So 20 seconds. Time is slowly counting down. Now the fake. This could be bad for the side. And Boston trying to box him out. But with 10 seconds, can Boston find a goal? This is all they need is a goal here to tie it up. They are going to have the ball. Can they center it by mid? Any chance that they have a chance it's going to be shot? Just a little too much. Now, wait, it's going to be popped up in mid. Can Boston find the equalizer? The bump coming out. And with 3 seconds in Game 5 on Champions Field Force. In this, it comes down to all this. All the marbles, Champions Field. And Boston now will call their timeout. So both teams have a chance to regain on Champions Field. Will they be able to move on to Saturday? Or will St. Louis take Boston's spot and see what happens? So, obviously. And the timeout, we should be ready to go here. Champions Field. Here we go. Boston, ready. St. Louis, ready. Game 5, ready. The countdown is over. 1 spot remains. And here we go. Quarterfinals. Winner of this moves on to Saturday. Now Boston, too high. But winner moves on to Saturday. Loser goes home. Game 5 for all the marbles. And we're 20 seconds in. Boston already has 3 shots on net. And we'll see if Boston will be able to keep on this here. Here we go. This here, something big. And now Boston will have something offensively, maybe defensively, and they're going to go in. And will that go in for a goal? And it will be, and Boston strike first. In the biggest game of their life, they strike first. And oh my, this will determine our footing for tomorrow. And keep in mind, we do have one more series in a little bit, but we'll see here. The ball lands, can possibly good here. Will it be a fake? But no. And we're already a minute in here. And we only have 1 goal on the side of Boston. Can Boston keep on their lead? But a good pinch. Gonna ricochet to the other corner. And we'll see here. Oh, okay. And here we go. St. Louis gonna have the attack on the opportunity. Oh, and the save coming out. And a good shot. Now a goal. And Boston cannot convert. Oh my, they almost had an opportunity to go get 2 goals. Yeah, this is their opportunity to get 2 goals. And Boston's shot goes in. They're up 2-0. And this could be it. And Boston finally getting some momentum. They're playing like none before. Not their best game, but they are definitely having a lot of improvements. They have kept up the offensive pressure. In both series they've played, their offensive pressure have been 80, up 3-0. And what is this tomfoolery? What is this tomfoolery? Oh my. But Boston trying to get something offensively. They're trying to get some more offense, trying to put the nail in the coffin. But 3 minutes remaining of game action. 3-0 Boston. Maybe an opportunity to go 4-0. Can St. Louis find anything here? Or will Boston barely move on and squeak it out into game 5? And we'll see here. I mean, St. Louis have been playing with some pretty heavy hearts here, but we'll see. And now a demo for the side of Boston, and a demo for the side! And will that be in? And St. Louis have their first goal. And now Boston, 5th kickoff of the ball game, trying to find something. And now Boston has an opportunity to score once again. And now St. Louis trying to find something big here, but they're just starting to come up. And Boston score again! And this is the Boston Massacre, except Boston is massacring St. Louis. Well, buckle your seatbelts. Boston is now taking off in a spaceship here after conquering the galaxy. And now, overturning the demons. So far, they are turning them into what looks like a vanilla milkshake. We're at the halfway point. And now Boston is riding all this momentum, and they're looking to move on to Saturday. Unless St. Louis has one of the biggest comebacks of the year. They have 2 minutes to score 3 goals and possibly a 4th to win it. Boston have to waste 2 minutes under the good clear. That may or may not be a goal. And it will be. Boston score again. And this is mayhem from Champions Field. Oh my. And Boston will most likely be the first team to move on to Saturday. And if I'm St. Louis, I feel bad, man. You fought all this way. You fought extremely hard. You forced the Game 5 versus Boston all to get your asses kicked in the Game 5. But, I mean, solid effort. St. Louis, they had a beautiful run at this major. But, unfortunately for them, they just couldn't connect. I mean, they did everything right, but Boston just outplayed them this Game 5. And, obviously, as the time's going to expire, 90 seconds left on the clock, Boston can feel it. The Heroes can feel that they're going to be moving on. And once that minute timer hits, once it pops up on the screen, if there's a minute left, they will know, looking for the one-timer. But again, Boston cannot connect on that one-timer, but clear. Now Boston keep it in. And the minute remaining timer will flash on screen saying that there's 1 minute left of this ball game. And now Boston know it. They will be moving on to Saturday after a hard-fought battle versus the Galaxy, forcing the Game 5 versus the Demons. And here we go for the championship. They have an opportunity to win their first ever championship, or first ever major. And they might have an opportunity. And another goal. Oh, but what a save in St. Louis. Or to stop the bleeding. I mean, the bleeding's already bad enough. They've already broken all their legs. They've already broken almost all their bones. And there's still some more blood to be spewed out. And more blood will be added. Another broken arm should be added to the list. And Boston is just overriding this defense. And the Demons will get crucified away. The crucifix is out. The holy water has been deployed. And the Boston Heroes just have overturned the Demons and say goodbye to those inner spirits. Because Boston will be moving on to Saturday. Officially. And what a victory for Boston. And they have just cruised through. So the Heroes know it. And maybe another opportunity, but 10 seconds left. And the 10-second timer counting down. Boston know it as well. And this will be their first time they made it, this major, to the Final Four. And the demo coming out the second the ball hits the ground. And Boston have done it. They will be moving on. And what a series performance. And Jesus, as the clock strikes 6 almost, it will be a hell of an effort. Well, let's real quick recap what's happened today in our first 3 marquee matchups. We will have 1 more to go, and then that will be it for at least the main segment. As on B-Stream later tonight, we will have 2 other games. And let's just cover what's happened so far. We opened it up between the Ninja and Thunder. The Ninja that was just a 3-0 for the Ninjas. Thunder couldn't get anything rolling. And then for the Sonics versus the Ghosts, that was also another good series. Went the game 4 games, but I mean that was it. And then obviously you have the Boston series, right? They take down the Demons in 4, or excuse me, in 5, and they will be playing tomorrow on Saturday. Unfortunately for the Demons, your run has just ended merely short, and unfortunately for you. I will be updating all these, by the way, so if y'all do the online bracket, I will have that updated. On Instagram, I will have a picture of the bracket after every single match I update it. So, yeah, the online one will be updated tonight, before the Killers versus Ninjas series tonight. But with that, yeah, we got another game coming on at like 6:30, not even, but yeah, probably not. So we will have 3 series tonight. So that's why I will be doing it before the Killer Sonics. We'll be doing it after the Liberty versus Hawks. Or excuse me, the Heroes versus Hawks, but Hunters Hawks. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching our 3 games so far. We have 3 games tonight. We have 1 game at 10 o'clock, 1 game at 10:30, and 1 game at 11 o'clock to end it off. And if y'all are any supporters of St. Louis, unfortunately you will be going home. But for Boston, this is a much needed win for them in the books, and they will be placing top 4 somewhat. Will they be able to make it? I mean, even if it's been a while, yes sir. And even if Boston are to win this, or even if they just lose versus the winner of the Killers versus Ninjas, I mean, they still will be in that third place match. They still will have an opportunity to be in the top 3. I mean, but we'll see. I mean, let's just really recap what's coming up later tonight. First, we'll have the Hunters versus Hawks. That's gonna be good. I mean, you're obviously gonna have your first seed, and then you're gonna have your second seed. That's just gonna be fun to watch. Then you're gonna have your Killers versus Ninjas, right?
Has changed a lot.
For real, guys. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? And then we'll end it off between the Kings and the Sonics. Man, you got the Dallas. It's Dallas versus Orlando. What could go wrong there? But I mean, obviously, Boston finally they didn't lose at the 24 seed yet, and just they haven't lost at the 24 seed yet. But I mean, that's all she wrote in the book for what did they do for St. Louis? That's all they wrote in the book. But I mean, we'll have to see them this Thursday because this Thursday on twitch.tv/Royce Plays Everything 6. If you guys want to see my Twitch, which I do daily Twitch streams, the only reason we're doing this is because it's so much easier to grab everything from this side. This is where everything for all the majors and stuff. But if y'all want to see my daily Twitch streams, which I usually like to do, just go to twitch.tv/Royce Plays Everything 6. And y'all can find all my socials there. Y'all can find everything. Y'all can find my Instagram.
I've just been doing content still.
Yeah, you haven't gone live in a while, but yeah, just go to twitch.tv/Royce Plays Everything 6. All my Twitter there and my Instagram there. So if y'all need to contact me, y'all can just contact me on Twitter or Instagram DMs. And then yeah, that's basically it. I don't know what else to add. I don't know what else to add to this storyline, but just a hell of a win for Boston. Boston was very very manageable and able to squeak out that win. But yeah, I honestly don't know how Boston progressed, but Elias, if you have Twitch, as I said, I highly suggest.
Last time we spoke.
Oh God, back when we did the Patriots versus Jets, 2021. I remember it like it was yesterday. Patriots. It was Mac Jones' first season. Patriots scored 56 points exactly. The Jets only scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Yep. I remember it like it was yesterday. Let's go in here. Let me just go here. I'll copy this. Share to. Let's copy this link. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta go to there. Gotta go to here. Just hold on. Just stay in chat for a minute. I gotta get off in a minute.
Wasn't that deep back then, but like now, geez.
For real, bro. Elias, guess what? So you know how the Vegas Golden Knights are playing the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs? Well, what I said, right? My prediction, right, was my friend owed me. They're like, there's no way the Knights are gonna win. I said, well, guess what? You better give me $5 if the Edmonton Oilers lose to the Knights. And she was like, deal. And well, let's just say the Knights ended up winning. Erik Karlsson popped off, and there's like my Europe. And they popped off. They scored back-to-back goals right off the face-off too. But anyways, they ended up winning that game. That was game 1, I believe. That was either game 1 or game 2. I'm not even sure if game 2's happened, but yeah. This happened like 2 days ago.
Well, we're up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, so it was game 1. So yeah, so it was game 1. Game 1 is the game I was talking about. So it was the night of game 1, and she's like, "I'll give you $5 if the Knights win." And the Knights ended up winning and crushing the Oilers. I was so happy.
Talk about your series though.
Yeah, good. But I'm rooting for the Kraken. And if the Kraken go to the finals, if the Kraken go to the finals, I get $5. If the Devs go to the finals, I have to give her $5 because she's actually a Devs fan. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm very unfortunate loss for Boston versus Florida. Well, we can chat some hockey. I got some time to chat some hockey. I don't got much time, but we'll go for another 5 to 6 minutes to chat some hockey, I guess. By the way, Elias, you can go ahead and copy that link, but, if it will let you. But this is my Twitch, by the way. So copy this down. That's my Twitch. So go copy that down. But I'll chat a little bit of hockey with you just for a minute. Yeah, that's my Twitch, but it was an alright effort. Go copy that down. I'll be live later tonight on YouTube on this channel. But just go watch that Twitch, and yeah, you can watch them on VODs. But thank you guys so much for watching. So, Elias, you caught us at the wrong time, man. This was like really late because we're ending like right now. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a brilliant day. I hope your day's going pretty fine, and I will see you guys later. We've been live for 2 hours, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back on later tonight at like 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
It's fine.
It's fine. But, just go follow that Twitch, and you can see me, catch me at the daily. So peace out, chat, and I hope you all have had a good day.